My name's Olakemi.
My name's Aaliyah.
My name's Philippa Ann.
And my name is Danielle.
Plus is Diverse is a campaign that we all put together, not just to magnify 4+ models, but 4+ models from different backgrounds, different ethnicities, and even though we're all plus size, we're still different shapes and sizes. We had a great team of makeup artists, stylists, designers, photographers, film directors, and we just want to show other females out there that, you know, there are girls out there that you can look up to, that are role models, that, you know, that look like you know, and even for the industry to see that, hold on, let's add more, let's show diversity.
I had always been the fat friend and had never experienced being thin. I have now been modelling for a year or so and I'm currently the biggest I've been. You get a lot of constructive criticism from family, friends, colleagues, industry professionals and total strangers, and you get to a point of despair. You get stuck in a rut and have to drag yourself out of your hole of self-pity and teach yourself to love yourself for who you are and what you've been blessed with. I have 4 young nieces and they always said growing up they wanted to be like me when they're an adult. For me, that's where I had to look at myself and say, you're a role model, you have young girls looking up to you, saying they need to lose weight and change their appearance. They are beautiful and I need to teach them that they should love themselves whatever their size.
It's strange, since I started modelling, I've had friends come up to me or message me and say, I feel so uncomfortable with my body, but it's okay for you because you're a plus model, but I feel like I'm fat. Or women who tell me they've put on weight since having a baby and they feel like they don't know how to dress for this new plus size and ask me for advice. And that's when I realised I can inspire people with this role, because a plus size is all I know, and if I can help inspire people or help give them tips of how to dress to make them feel more comfortable with themselves, then that's a unique strength that I hope empowers others.
One time I was at a photo shoot and I was the only plus model there. The other girls were straight size models. It came to a point where we were taking group shots and I remember the photographer saying to me, "Don't you worry, I can make you smaller." I remember saying, "Don't you dare, this is my size, I am proud of my size." The fact that the photographer would even address my difference as though it was a negative was such a shame, but it also showed me how much more important it is to embrace who you are and not let others use your uniqueness against you.
Same with me, I'm from an Asian family, so most of them are like 5 foot, I'm 5'10". I'm the one that's just like, you know, the outcast. I'm not an outcast really, but I'm just kind of different from everyone else. And it was hard basically growing up. My mom used to torture me for being big, I just kind of learned to love myself over the years. Really. Yeah, other woman really, just because I'm plus size doesn't make me feel less confident compared to a size 8 woman, you know.
Plus size is more than just the label in your clothing, it's more about the person who's wearing the clothing.
Plus size to me means the average woman, the average girl with curves, with shape, whoever embraces who they are.
I think for a long time the industry was dominated by one type of model, but much more recently things are changing. There's starting to be big changes in the industry. People are starting to realise that it's not just about one size, one shape, or one nationality, it's about inclusion.
I find the term plus size empowering myself. I feel like, yes, I'm glad to be a part of a group that, you know, we're not like the typical size that you see in the magazine, the slimmer girls or the straight size models. Like, I'm part of another group of women who are also just as powerful. So I feel like plus size isn't just, oh, you know, another thing that you just say. It's a movement.
It means to me just, people of different sexes, different ages, different heights, different sizes, different ethnicities. It's just a real melting pot, and just whether it's ethnically diverse or whether or not it's plus as diverse as we're doing today, it's just everybody's different.
Diversity means to me just everyone embracing their differences instead of seeing them as flaws, seeing them as positives and just playing them up. If you're a big girl, just make yourself look like the flyest big girl you can. If you've got big hair, if you've got a big nose, anything, just celebrating your differences.
In regards to the
plus size model Calvin Klein used recently, I don't have a problem with it personally. I think, as we've mentioned, plus size comes in all shapes and sizes, and to the industry, yes, she might be plus size, but she's still a woman and she still has curves, so I'm not offended by it personally.
I think the aim isn't to segregate, but more to show that there's more. So yeah, she may be at one type of plus size, but there's more that other women need to be able to relate to as well. So I don't have a problem as such, but I believe that the Calvin Klein ad should have added more.
What makes Remy Ray so unique is the fact that I take inspiration from being more of an edgy designer, a contemporary designer, mixed in with an infusion of influences from all around the world. My clothing's definitely not limited in terms of diversity. Definitely don't design my product for a specific woman, but I do have my clothing range from size 14 to a size 26, so it definitely is a wide range of plus size women, and I do custom pieces on the side as well.
Do we get rid of the plus size in the industry? No, we keep plus size because...
And embrace it.
Yeah, because not only does it describe a group of women, but it empowers women too.
Yeah.
And that is what we want to do.
This is who I am, this is what I've known to be. So it's quite interesting when as we labelled as something different, because this is, to me, this is normal. And that's what we want to do, what we're trying to do with Plus Diverse. We want to make the concept of plus normal.
I know sometimes they try and break you down, but you gotta believe in yourself. You are beautiful and so unique.